Kevin, so what do we know the president will say?
Well, the president at about 12:45 this afternoon, Francine, will be making these remarks in which he will call on Congress to amend the Iran deal. Now, this is not a full withdrawal, but it does, from the administration's perspective, fulfill a campaign promise in which he tries to get Congress to make this deal more strong for the United States. But quite frankly, there's a lack of specifics in terms of how Congress might act or how Republicans might act. We've seen them struggle, obviously, in the past with other legislative items.
Okay, Kevin, so we just had a release from the White House. What does this mean for businesses who had planned to make business there?
Well, for businesses looking to make business deals in Iran, I think that they are already prepared for uncertainty in the region. But this will, of course, only make it more difficult. And from a broader perspective, I think that the administration is also trying to send a signal to North Korea by suggesting that, look, we're going to take things on with Iran, and quite frankly, North Korea could be next.
I mean, Iran's front and center in this hour. I guess we'll talk Obamacare in the next hour. What I see here is a similarity of a so-called executive order. We've got an executive order on this, an executive order on that, just enough to be sure the guy that does Trump draws has some material to work on. Is the Iran process this morning into the 12 comments by the president, is it an executive order equivalent?
Yes, I think that's a good way to look at it. And your allusion to the CSR payment, the refusal for the president to make CSR payments, has Democrats reeling this morning as well. But in terms of Iran and where this is all headed, again, I think really the bottom line is that this is a president who has criticized this deal frequently, despite Republicans, some on Capitol Hill saying that this action is not what they should be taking. And so that's where I think this division is really...
What's so important here, Kevin, is with health care, he does an executive order, and then we have to wait for the regulations, we have to wait for the courts, et cetera, et cetera. So he's going to do Iran today. Everybody, all his supporters are going to go, yay. What's the next step?
Congress. And that's where I think that really no one knows what they're going or how they're going to act, because there isn't a broad consensus at this point. They could take several steps. Israel's happy today.
Israel's happy today.
And but Democrats are not.